Hello students, welcome back to online lectures of Ignited Minds. I'm your teacher and my name is Khurram. Students, last lecture में हमने बात की थी इकोसिस्टम में जो एनर्जी फ्लो का प्रोसेस होता है, how does it operate, and we also talked about how the energy flows in an ecosystem, जहां पे हमने ये देखा the flow of this energy is always unidirectional, यानी it cannot be reversed, it is irreversible. And we also saw that जो ये energy का flow होता है ecosystem via these tropic levels, these are basically determined or governed by the first and second law of thermodynamics. हमने ये भी देखा कि कैसे एक first law of thermodynamics कहता है energy can neither be created nor it can be destroyed, but it can be transformed from one form to another. जो हम यहाँ पे देखते हैं the energy of sun basically, which is just a light energy, photons, that is basically transferred into the chemical energy by the process of photosynthesis, and hereby this is how basically the autotrophs or the self-trophs basically, which do the self-nourishment, how do they make their food via this process of photosynthesis. And we also saw how the energy basically went into the unidirectional way and get transformed into the heterotrophs, then to the carnivores, and ultimately to the top carnivore. We also saw basically second law of thermodynamics determines why there's a loss of transfer of energy, कैसे एक ट्रॉपिक लेवल पे एनर्जी का लॉस हो रहा है, एनर्जी कम हो रही है, कैसे एक एनर्जी रिलीज हो रही है at each tropic level. And this was basically defined by second law of thermodynamics, which states that there is no transformation of energy which is 100% efficient. There is always a loss of energy in the form of heat, and by heat hereby we mean basically the energy is getting lost basically at the second level, third level, or the fourth level via the respirations. So these two laws of thermodynamics determine and the whole pattern of this energy flow in the ecosystem. So after this there is a concept that is called as ecological productivity. So we know ecological productivity is simply the rate. Ecological productivity, we simply mean what is getting basically produced. If we talk about the matter, it is the productivity, basically organic matter, which is simply getting transformed from one level to another. And if we talk about the ecological productivity definition, it is simply at what rate the organic matter is getting produced. So if we have to say what is ecological productivity, it simply means rate of growth of organic matter per unit time. So this is a simple definition which states that rate of growth of organic matter. Rate of growth. किसकी growth? Of organic matter. Rate of growth of organic matter per unit time, per unit area. Per unit time, per unit area. And basically this rate of growth of organic matter is measured in dry grams. It measured in dry grams. Now if we have to say what happens to this organic matter and what is the ecological productivity. By ecological productivity, the organic matter which is produced at T1, this is simply called as gross primary productivity or simply the primary productivity. The productivity, the organic matter जो यहाँ पे T1 पे produce हो रहा है, this is called as primary production or the primary productivity. And if we talk about the secondary production, or the secondary production simply means the production at the heterotropic level. Now what happens if we go upwards, or if we have to see what happens to this primary productivity? Simply we have seen basically this primary productivity depends upon the two things. Your primary productivity is basically of two types, that is GPP and NPP. Now GPP is basically the gross primary productivity, यानी कि जो पूरा प्रोड्यूस हुआ कहां पे? T1 पे. Gross primary productivity is simply the production at autotroph level. Now this is basically gross primary productivity which basically upon minusing the respiration, and by respiration basically what is happening, there is a loss of energy. So this loss of energy, respiration, upon minusing for this gross primary productivity would be called as NPP. So it is this NPP, we can conclude it is this NPP which will be transferred to the other tropic levels also. So GPP is the production जो कहाँ पे produce हो रहा है? Primary productivity, autotrophs के द्वारा. लेकिन if we talk about the primary productivity or the net primary productivity, that is basically upon minusing the respiration, this primary productivity GPP is basically minused by respiration, and the product will be transferred transferred, which is called as NPP. This is called as net primary productivity, which will be transferred to another levels of basically the ecosystem or another trophic levels. Now if we have to see, if we talk about this primary productivity, this depends on two things. Primary productivity depends upon two things, or we can say primary productivity depends upon the relative rates of two things. One is called as photosynthesis and second is called as respiration. याद रखिए, प्राइमरी प्रोडक्टिविटी बन रही है किससे बन रही है? फोटोसिंथेसिस और रेस्पिरेशन से. बट बिफोर दैट देयर इज मेजर इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट वॉट एवर द प्राइमरी प्रोडक्टिविटी इज, बेसिकली इट इज डिटर्मिन्ड बाय द टू फैक्टर्स. फर्स्ट फैक्टर इज द ड्यूरेशन ऑफ सनलाइट and second factor would be efficiency of photosynthesis. Now it is this duration of sunlight, कितनी देर सनलाइट है, कितनी देर एनर्जी अवेलेबल है, कितनी देर रोशनी रह रही है, that will determine कितना प्राइमरी प्रोडक्टिविटी होगा. क्योंकि सनलाइट इज द मेजर फंडामेंटल source of basically energy for these plants, by virtue of which they make their food, they grow, and it will determine कितनी देर तक प्रोडक्शन चलेगी और इस हिसाब से कितना प्राइमरी प्रोडक्शन होगा. But the second factor is efficiency of photosynthesis. And what do we mean by efficiency of photosynthesis? We mean how efficiently the organisms are responding to this light, which in turn will depend on so many factors like the age of an organism, availability of nutrients, कंपटीशन कितना एग्जिस्ट कर रहा है बिटवीन दीज न्यूट्रिएंट्स. If there is any particular big tree which is basically inhibiting the light for this smaller tree, so this smaller tree will not persist, or this will lack the growth, or primary production would be less. Sir, there are so many factors which basically determine the primary productivity, and the factor duration of sunlight, and second efficiency of photosynthesis. So efficiency of photosynthesis means how efficiently photosynthesis is being done by these plants, which in turn depends on so many factors like what is the age of a species. Is it in a youthful stage? At that time NPP is very high, almost 35%. Is it basically how much nutrients are available, or basically how much competition exists for this particular resource or sunlight or the nutrients? So these all things will determine how the efficiently photosynthesis will be done, and ultimately this will determine how efficiently the primary production will be occurred. ठीक है? And now if we will talk about the production, primary productivity, it depends on basically the two things, or we can say primary productivity depends upon relative rates of, यानी कि इनकी रिलेशन, रेट्स की रिलेशन जो है किस हिसाब से हो रहा है. एक फोटोसिंथेसिस एंड सेकंड इज रेस्पिरेशन. सर, व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय फोटोसिंथेसिस एंड व्हाट डू वी मीन बाय रेस्पिरेशन हियर? बाय फोटोसिंथेसिस वी सिंपली मीन, वी नो दैट फोटोसिंथेसिस बेसिकली प्रोड्यूसेस द ऑर्गेनिक मैटर. फोटोसिंथेसिस सिंपली प्रोड्यूसेस, उसकी वजह से लाइट है, लाइट की वजह से एनर्जी आ रही है, एनर्जी की वजह से कन्वर्ट कर पा रहा है वो, और खाना उनका, मैटर उनका बन रहा है, ग्रोथ उनकी हो रही है. सो फोटोसिंथेसिस बेसिकली प्रोड्यूसेस ऑर्गेनिक मैटर, व्हाइल एज रेस्पिरेशन कंज्यूम्स द ऑर्गेनिक मैटर. कंज्यूम्स ऑर्गेनिक मैटर, बिकॉज वी हैव सीन जीपीपी से जो माइनस हो रहा है, ग्रॉस से जो मुझे नुकसान, रेस्पिरेशन जो हो रही है, बेसिकली दैट रेस्पिरेशन जो उसको हम माइनस करते हैं, डिडक्ट करते हैं, एंड दैट इज बेसिकली द प्रोडक्ट विच विल बी ट्रांसफर्ड टू द अपर लेवल्स, एंड दैट इज कॉल्ड एज नेट प्राइमरी प्रोडक्टिविटी. सो इफ वी सी फोटोसिंथेसिस अपॉन द रिलेटिव, व्हाट आई एम सेइंग, प्रोडक्शन डिपेंड्स अपॉन द रिलेटिव रेट्स ऑफ फोटोसिंथेसिस एंड रिलेटिव रेट्स ऑफ रेस्पिरेशन. सर, रेस्पिरेशन तो खाना कंज्यूम कर रहा है, इधर तो एक हिसाब से नुकसान हो रहा है, और यहां से फोटोसिंथेसिस जो है ये प्राइमरी प्रोडक्शन बना रहा है. सो दीज टू रिलेटिव रेट्स, बट देयर इज अ कंडीशन. वी नो दिस फोटोसिंथेसिस बेसिकली ऑपरेट्स वेरी वेल एज कंपैरिजन टू दिस respiration. So in normal conditions photosynthesis basically operates more than 30 times than this respiration. So as a result GPP is finely and very well obtained. But there is a condition. We know that photosynthesis operates only during daytime when there is energy, when there is sunlight. But this respiration This respiration operates whole day and night because these animals have to respire. उनको सांस लेनी है. There would be the loss of energy. So it was basically Whitaker and Woodwell who measured basically the productivity of certain areas. They said basically there are certain areas whose production is very well, whose primary production NPP is very well obtained, whose net primary productivity is very well. And they said there are certain areas जिनकी net primary productivity बहुत ज़्यादा है. And before that we should know that NPP is measured in grams per meter square per day या फिर year. ये इसका यूनिट है किसका? नेट प्राइमरी प्रोडक्टिविटी का. एंड बेसिकली जो विटाकर एंड वुडवेल थे, Whitaker and Woodwell, these two ecologists, they measured the NPP of certain areas, and before that they measured the NPP of whole earth, and they found that the NPP of whole earth is 320 dry grams. ड्राई ग्राम्स क्यों? क्योंकि बेसिकली वी डिड्यूस द अमाउंट ऑफ वाटर इन दिस. सो ड्राई ग्राम 320 ड्राई ग्राम्स पर मीटर स्क्वायर पर ईयर. दे सेड दिस इज द होल मीन एनपीपी ऑफ द अर्थ. एंड देन दे मेजर्ड द एनपीपी ऑफ सर्टेन एरियाज वेयर दे फाउंड द प्राइमरी प्रोडक्टिविटी इज वेरी हाई. एंड दीज एरियाज, हाई प्रोडक्टिविटी एरियाज, वेयर लाइक द मार्शेस, दलदल, जहां पे lots of nutrients are available. Sunlight doesn't even penetrate very deep. So marshes, swamps, these are all wetlands. And marshes, swamps, and these alluvial plains, most fertile plains full of nutrients. And he saw these forests. These are certain areas. Whitaker and Woodwell cell, they have very high NPP, and almost NPP of this यानी कि इकोलॉजिकल प्रोडक्टिविटी बहुत हाई है, और NPP इनकी कम से कम 2000 ड्राई ग्राम्स है. And they said there are certain areas whose NPP is very 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 low, like the deep oceans, oceanic trenches, deserts, tundras. Tundra is a polar region के जो area है, that is called as tundra, where basically there is abundance of light but that doesn't have the intensity, or there is lacking of nutrition, or there is less water availability. So ultimately primary productivity is very less. So Whitaker and Woodwell ने बोला ये कुछ areas है जिनकी primary productivity सिर्फ 3 डायग्राम्स है, 3 very very less, 3 diagrams. So Whitaker and Woodwell measured the NPP of the whole earth and found that NPP of the whole earth is absolutely just 320 diagrams. But then they said there are certain areas जहां पे nutrition available है, जहां पर sunlight available है, and the efficiently photosynthesis हो रहा है, duration of sunlight भी ठीक ठाक रह रही है, intensity भी अच्छी है, और वहां पे basically photosynthesis is well obtained, GPP is well obtained, NPP then it's obviously NPP is also well obtained. And they said there are certain areas like marshes, swamps, alluvial plains, forests. These areas have a very high net primary productivity, but there are certain areas which have NPP of 3 diagrams on an average, and these are like deep oceans, oceanic trenches, deserts, and tundras. And they said after that, after the Whitaker and Woodwell, there was E.P. Odom. E.P. Odom, you have to remember these names. E.P. Odom in 1959, he measured certain NPPs of certain areas. He said there are areas which have very high ecological productivity. Certain areas whose ecological productivity is very high, and they were, he said, the areas like forests, the areas like alluvial plains, the areas like इंटेंसिव फार्मिंग एरियाज, बहुत ज़्यादा फार्मिंग के, लेबर इंटेंसिव फार्मिंग कम लैंड पे, वहाँ की प्रोडक्टिविटी बहुत है. इंटेंसिव एरिया फार्मिंग जहाँ पे की जाती है, उन वाली एरियाज में प्रोडक्टिविटी बहुत है. ही सेड द मार्शेस, ही saw the shallow lakes, they have the very high ecological productivity, or ponds, because they have circumstances like sunlight plus nutrition availability very good. As a result, NPP is very well obtained at the end. Then he said there are areas which have very medium productivity. medium level productivity, and he said the areas like the grasslands, the areas like extensive agriculture, वहां पर लैंड बहुत है, extensive agriculture and so on. Then he said there are areas whose ecological productivity is of low, very low, and these areas are like deep oceanic trenches which are very deep, sunlight cannot reach, deep oceanic trenches. Then we have the tundras, it's a biome, tundra is a biome. Then we have these deserts, we have the open oceans. These areas are those areas which have very very low ecological productivity. आपको याद रखने हैं, certain areas were measured by E.P. Odum, and he said the ecological productivity is very 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 what? Very high in certain areas like forests, alluvial plains, intensive agricultural areas, marshes, swamps, bogs, wetlands, or the shallow lakes. They have very high ecological productivity. Then he said there are certain areas which have medium type of productivity like the grasslands, areas of extensive agriculture. Then he said certain areas like deep oceanic trenches, tundras, deserts, open oceans, they have very very low ecological productivity. So ecological productivity कैसे determine होती है? Ecological productivity gets determined by how much would be the gross primary productivity at the base, and gross primary productivity simply means organic matter कितना बन रहा है. Organic matter मतलब कितना घास फूस प्लांट्स वगैरह प्रोड्यूशन कर रहे हैं, अपनी कितना ग्रोथ उस मैटर का हो रहा है, और वो कैसे डिटरमाइन होगा? These are autotrophs, they are depend on sun, so they will obviously depend on basically sunlight. And second thing is the availability, how efficiently they are using this sunlight. उसमें फिर efficiently का मतलब कैसे वो nutrients का इस्तेमाल कर पा रहे हैं, कितना competition हो रहा है, कितने basically कितना what we call as availability of nutrients है, कितने competitions है, age क्या है species की, माहौल कैसा है वहां पे. So these two things determine basically how the photosynthesis will operate and basically how the food will be produced or organic matter will be produced. यही है आपका ecological productivity, कितना rate of growth of organic matter per unit time. ठीक है, अब यही growth जो organic matter की है, this is called as gross primary productivity at base level or T1, and after that it is called as secondary production at heterotroph level. Now GPP को respiration minus करेंगे जो loss of energy हो रहा है, and this GPP minus respiration would be called as NPP, and it is this NPP which will be transferred to upper levels of the ecosystem or the trophic levels. And ultimately we have the E.P. Odum who basically classified the areas in high, medium and low productivity areas, and Whitaker and Woodwell measured the ecological productivity of whole of the area, and this was basically as ecological productivity. And ecological productivity is simply the rate of growth of organic matter per unit time, which depends on two things, photosynthesis, and which itself depends on duration of photosynthesis, duration of sunlight, and which depends on how efficiently this photosynthesis will be utilized by the organisms. और दूसरी चीज यहां पे आती है जो relative rates है basically photosynthesis की और relative rates of respiration की. Photosynthesis produces the organic matter while as respiration consumes the organic matter, but in normal conditions GPP is well obtained because photosynthesis is more than 30 times more than this what we call as respiration. मगर respiration occurs at daytime as well as night time, so thus there is a relative comparison between those processes, and it was the Whitaker and Woodwell who measured this NPP of certain ecosystems, and he told us the ecosystem productivity of whole earth is 320 diagrams per meter square per year. And it was then basically E.P. Odum in 1959 he measured the ecological productivity of many areas, and they said there are certain areas जिनकी productivity बहुत high है, कुछ areas है जिनकी medium है, कुछ areas जिनकी बहुत low है, and it ultimately basically gets decided by the amount of sunlight availability and the amount of nutrients and how efficiently the organisms will use this photosynthesis process. So thank you students, that was all about ecological productivity. God bless you.